Hey everyone, Navik here. This is my review of Absolute Wonder Woman issue 10. Let's dive into it. Continuing off from where the catch-up video left off, Wonder Woman is currently in the maze inside Area 41, dealing with the forces of Queen Clea, her fish people, and trying to save Ferdinand and end the silent siren Petra. And after an action-packed prologue before we get to the title screen, to the title page, we get into the book continues its tradition of showing flashbacks to Diana's time I'm on the Wild Isle. Now, and once more, it's a showcase of not only this book's great artistic chops, but also Diana's moral center, where she comes across. Well, in this particular flashback shows her first encounter with Artemis, who takes the form of a Black Panther with a face covered in blood. And I didn't know this was Artemis at the time. I'm like when I first read this until it was mentioned later, but given the fact that the panel composition takes the shape of a deer here, aka which is one of the symbols of Artemis, I probably should have realized it. Again, and this book has some of the most artistic panel composition I've seen in a modern comic. So yeah, there's that. The whole thing is, by this flashback is again to reinforce Diana's compassion, even in the face of danger, and in particular her compassion for other living things, including getting injured in order to save a turtle called Nico. The page for the Superman movie didn't clear in. It is kind of like that scene in that movie where he saves a dog and a squirrel from being crushed by a kaiju. Because hey, some of the best heroes will value all life. And of course, another flashback with Cersei and Hecate about what Diana's purpose is going to be. We cut back to the present, where she spirits away Petra from the maze, and then goes back to save Ferdinand. However, at the end of the issue, Diana becomes affected by some weird hallucinogen that basically he gives if Sherman and Belair an excuse to make the art all trippy. It's not quite as trippy as Javier Rodriguez does on Absolute Martian Manhunter, but still pretty damn weird. Here, Diana goes back to fight against Queen Clea, but she throws one of the scientists from Area 41 into a hole. And Diana will never want to let an innocent man get injured. But the issue ends with Diana, who still seems to be tripping more and more, about to fight off one of Queen Clea's champions, who and Diana is so out of it, and I can't even make out what the word balloon is saying. Hey, so yeah, Absolute Wonder Woman issue 10. Again, I've called this book one of the best books DC puts out right now, one of the best superhero books from the big two, and yeah, issue 10's still going on about it. I do think a bit, that's the continual flashbacks in Diana's childhood, and the constant reiteration, and then from reality, it is a bit repetitive at this point, but hey, if it works, it works. And again, the art is what really makes this book. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a great day.